majority of the population is still pretending they can't see anything unusual or alarming going on in our skies.
Netanyahu said today about Iran. We are going to war against Iran. What that means is, and I don't care what anyone says, I'm trying to be nice here, I'm trying not to cuss. What that means is we're going to World War III. We've been at war, World War III. Okay? See, now what's going to happen is they're going to say Iran got nuclear materials. Iran was hiding the nuclear materials. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows that Iran had nuclear materials. And then they're going to tie it to Russia. Remember what I said like a month ago that I started connecting the dots? I suggest you go find those videos where I said the uranium was sold to Russia by the United States through Hillary Clinton and Podesta and Obama, and then they got the Russians, and then the Russians got approval to send it somewhere else, and then that through the Pakistans, and then it was going to end up all the Iranians have nuclear materials. Well, now the Iranians had nuclear materials, and now they're going to tie into Russian. Like, I'm not, okay, so you guys think, the elites, you elitist, you think that we're all stupid out here. You think that we're all fucking idiots and morons, and we're all farm animals. We're not fucking farm animals, you fucking dickheads. Okay? I am not buying into the elites bullshit. That means every figurehead in every country, anybody talking the bullshit, the game. I'm not buying the game because I don't play chess like that. See, you can't tell me that Iran has nuclear weapons and say that they're evil when you fucking sold them the nuclear weapons and the material. You're not going to sit here and tell me and feed me or give me some poisonous Kool-Aid when I know that under Obama, Sir Obama gave Iran $490 million cash money. Cash money. Cash money flown on crates to Iran. Yeah, you want me to swallow that fucking bullshit? That they're the bad guys? Okay. You want me to swallow, I want to say a bad word. I'm not going to say it. Meaning nasty, nasty bad word. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to stay with my fuck yous and you fucking assholes and you dickheads. So, Obama gave Iran public, this is public, articles and videos, and Obama himself. Obama gave Iran $490 million. And then in total, $1.7 billion. Let me repeat that. $1.7 billion. One more time. $1.7 billion. So you're telling me that a country that supposedly hates Israel, or that hates Israel, and that is funding terrorists all over the world, especially in Syria and the Middle East, receives $490 million, then in total receives, well, actually the total is higher, I'm sure, $1.7 billion, and then on top of that, I believe they were supposed to receive, or might have received, in total, $11.9 billion. $11.9 billion. $11.9 billion? So you expect me to believe that the United States was to provide, or did provide, 11.9 billion to a country that is that funds terrorists, is working on nuclear material or nuclear weapons, that is plans to totally annihilate a whole country and people called Israel. But yet you want me to believe that that shit was spontaneous? Really? You fucking really think that we're gonna believe that? Wow. Guys, they really think we're fucking morons. Oh my God, they think they're just we're a fucking bunch of idiots out here. I'm trying to keep calm. You should have seen the previous video. Very bad, very bad. I want to remind everybody, common folk, the watchers, I'm gonna get to you next, because since this is my last video, I want to make sure I give you the fucking finger. For the regular folks, please go look at Rebuilding America's Defenses, a report of the Project for the New American Century, done on September 2000, established in 1997. I'll repeat that again 2 more times. Look up Rebuilding America's Defenses. This is a report of the Project for the New American Century, done in September of 2000, that was actually established in 1997. That would be before September 11th. And that would be before Mr. What was the general? Jesus, I can't believe it. I've said his name before. I just went blank right now. You know, when he was told, the general that was told that we were going to go into 7 countries and destabilize the whole region, blah, 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 blah. Even before Saddam Hussein was even considered anything. Yeah, okay. So yeah. Rebuilding America's Defenses. Want to remind everybody of AFRICOM, SouthCom, Pacific Asian Com, PACOM, CentralCom or CENTCOM, EUCOM, NorthCom, SouthCom. That's the draft of responsibility. That's where we, before all these extended wars, we sent military. And it's funny, all these places that we went to, all of a sudden, we've got all these terrorist groups. All these fucking popped up terrorist groups. Remember, we trained rebels that became terrorists. Where did all that money go? Yeah, I'm fucking done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not gonna play this fucking game doing this bullshit and doing. Another thing you gotta look into is the Security and Prosperity Partnership. For those of you that don't know, the Security Prosperity Partnership is a partnership between Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Remember, North American Union? Like totally North American Union? Remember where Mexico, they were starting to do these coins that never came out because American citizens lost their fucking mind when they found out? Remember Bush, the Prime Minister of Canada, and the Mexican, president at the time signed this treaty or this pact, and then people lost their fucking minds in the United States, remember? Yeah. So everybody, you don't know, look up North American Union, look up South American Union. That's, the Americas where I'm from. Look up the African American Union. Look up the European Union and how it was established and who established it. Look up the Pacific Union, the Asian Union, the Middle East something other fucking union, North African Union. Look up all those. They have different names out. It's been switching over time. Yeah, but it's the same bullshit. Look up all that. So the game, this whole fucking thing that's being played, it's not what you fucking see on TV and what your politicians are telling you and what the fucking pundits are talking about. This goes back before the wars. They were establishing this. Shit, hold on. Yeah, so go look up that. Go look up all this shit. All this fucking bullshit. Bilderberg Group. You don't know who Bilderberg is? Go look it up. Bilderberg Group. Go look up Bush Sr. in 1991 on September 11th. On September 11th, 1991, gave an address to the Congress talking about the 1,000 points of light and how they were gonna bring in the New World Order that didn't exist until they admitted like 5 years ago that didn't exist, but he said it during a Congress address. And every politician in every country, you know, Prime Minister of Canada, people from, you know, the presidents of Mexico, European Union representatives have all said the New World Order over and over. Obama said it. Fucking Biden said it. Bush has said it. Everybody and their mother all over the world has said it. The fucking Pope said it. And they still tried to tell us that it didn't fucking exist. And the fucking thing that kills me is they fucking had it on the fucking Canadian newspaper several years back. Real big. The New World Order is going to save the world. Remember? Go look it up. It's in your fucking newspapers. It's in everybody's fucking newspaper. They just switched it up a little bit now. It's called global governance. Whatever. Go look that shit up. Interesting. My building's alarm went off. I must be hot. Go look. I know you motherfuckers don't like InfoWars. I don't give a shit. Okay, they did a documentary 9 years ago called The Obama Deception. Or, well, I'm sorry, was it 9 years ago? Was it The Obama Deception? They did a few documentaries that you motherfuckers need to look up. And I want to remind folks that did this documentary to go revisit your own shit. Because you were on point on this. On target, 100%. So go listen to yourself talking about this so you don't get it twisted what is really happening. You know what's happening because you spoke about it 9 years ago. Okay? At the 1 hour and 35 mark of the Obama deception, revisit that. Revisit all your fucking documentaries. KRS once said it really clearly when Obama was coming into power. And if you guys don't know who KRS-One, he was a well-known rapper in the States until he went underground. What did he say? They put a black face to the New World Order and now everybody's like this. Remember? They put a black face to the New World Order and everybody shut the fuck up. And for all you fucking people talking bullshit about white this, white that, white... The people that voted Obama in were fucking white. Go look at the footage. The crowds in Washington, D.C. when he became president, honey, you look at those millions of people in the parades were all white folks, old, young, middle-aged. You know, those people that you call white supremacists? Yeah, them motherfuckers voted him in. Obama won by a landslide. The country was behind Obama for all you motherfuckers that call everybody out here racist. White nationalist. Yeah, the country. A good majority, probably most of the country voted for, yes, the black president. But what happened is the motherfucker lied and took us into further war. So, moving along. Go check out the Obama deception in the hour and 35-minute mark. Go check on the documentary, the same people, InfoWars. I know you guys hate them, but they were on point 10 years ago. And they're still on point. But I just, you know, the watchers have to go back and re-watch their own shit. The End Game, Blueprint for the Global Enslavement. Yeah, you gotta go re-watch this stuff. Bilderberg Group. Go check their shit out on that and other people's shit out on that. The whole point of this whole fucking thing has always been depopulation. 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 They tried this shit before. They've been trying it for several thousand years. In the earlier part of the century, or the earlier part of, within the last 3 generations, they tried that shit with Hitler. They tried that shit with Lenin. They tried that shit with Stalin. They tried that shit with Mao. And in countries in Africa, they did it with Idi Amin and all these other motherfuckers that we put into power. Okay? So let's go back here. Let's start with Russia, when it used to be the USSR. Remember Lenin and Stalin? Our friends. Our friends. How many people did they kill? What was it, 20 million? 30 million? While they were in power? And those 20, 30 million people were educated, were business owners, small business owners, large business owners, were people with some moral compass, independent. Then you have Hitler, that was here in the United States at one point, that we were, our people here, like, the conglomerates here, or I'm sorry, the major corporations like Ford and, people like Prescott Bush. Yes, Prescott Bush, the baby daddy of the senior and the granddaddy of the junior. Yeah, that motherfucker promoted Mr. Hitler, provided funds to Mr. Hitler, and backed Hitler. Oh yeah. For all you Bush lovers out there. Yeah. Prescott Bush supported Hitler. Just like the Vatican supported Hitler. So don't, just like the fucking Muslims supported Hitler. Okay? Think about that one for a second. Yeah. So, during Hitler's reign, he killed 6 million people. 4 million were Jews. 2 million were others. Gypsies, gays, and other minority groups. And dissenters. Right? 6 million. So you have the USSR, Stalin and Lenin killed 20 million. Hitler killed 6 million. Then you have another friend of ours, Mao. Woo! The one that they loved the most. That's why they love the Chinese so much, baby. Mao comes in. And what does Mao do? He beats Hitler. He beats fucking Lenin and Stalin put together. Mao comes in and 5 years kills how many people? How many Chinese does Mao kill? 60 million people in 5 years. 60 million souls were exterminated under Mao in 5 years. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 años el maricón ese, hijo de puta, mató a 60 millones de personas. 60 million motherfucking people Mao killed in 5 years. These were people that were independent. They were probably most likely Buddhist. Anybody that was not an atheist, he probably killed. He killed probably farmers that were independent, that didn't need the government for anything. Think about that. And that's the model that the politicians right now and the media is praising. Really. What's happening in the Middle East is not a mistake. What's happening to Europe, Europeans, every single country out there in Europe, all you motherfuckers, every single one of you, everybody, and especially you guys in the Mediterranean, the ones that are right on the Mediterranean, prepárate, okay? Get ready. Because you will be under the caliphate. You will be under the caliphate. You will be under the caliphate by 2030. And what that means is that you will be governed by Sharia law, which is the law of northern, central, some countries central, and the Middle East and parts actually of India and the islands, Tunisia and all those places, you will be governed by Sharia law. Ladies, in Europe, my suggestion to Europeans, you got to start thinking about moving out of Europe, unless you're going to be freedom fighters, unless you're going to be considered rebels in your own country, that you're going to be fighting the new government that's going to come in. Sorry to tell you, but you're going to be considered the enemy combatants when this happens, and it's going to happen real fast, real quick, because the amount of people that are flooding Europe on a monthly basis is overwhelming. You can't stop it. They're being boated in by George Soros and, you know, Rockefellers and all these other motherfuckers. They are doing it. And there's the common folk. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have to overthrow your country and at the same time fight the invaders, because they're invaders because they don't follow the laws of the land. And they will not follow the laws of the land. They have their own ideology and their own religious law that's above, to them, it's above your law. So you're going to have to be fighting everybody, your own government and the ones that are coming in. So if you're not going to be a rebel and a freedom fighter within your own country, then you have to consider leaving your country within the next 10 to 15 years. I would say 10 years, unfortunately, the way things are looking. Places that Europeans, you European folks might want to go to. Closest place, Hungary. There's other places around there, but Hungary, because they're the ones really fighting. Hungary. Out of Europe, you still can come to places like Canada, the United States, even Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, Paraguay. These places are places where most of our members of intelligence agencies that have left, because they're seeing what's coming down the pipe, they've decided to already move there and establish themselves, create their own environment and community. That's what I'm going to do. Since this is my last video, I'm going to concentrate on that. What I was told to do over 10 years ago. I was told to create my own city. And that's what I'm going to concentrate on. And in the process, I'm going to live my life. You still have to live your life. Get your shit together. Hopefully this doesn't happen. Whatever's coming, whatever the fucking move that Israel's making right now with Saudi Arabia. All I know is I've seen what I've seen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I saw total destruction of every city everywhere. I personally don't want to be in a city like Syria, parts of Syria where it's totally destroyed, or Afghanistan, or, you know, Iraq during the war, how they destroyed everything, and, you know, Lebanon and Yemen and all these places, total destruction. That's what I saw for most of the world. I don't want to be a part of that. So Europeans, the places that you should go to, definitely safe: Australia, New Zealand, Canada, you're still safe there, somewhat. The Americas, the United States, Mexico. Believe it or not, Mexico is very nationalist, so you might have a hard time getting there, but getting into certain places in Mexico. Costa Rica is the easiest place. Again, Panama, Paraguay, I don't know about Argentina, Peru, those places. But any other place, like I would say Australia, New Zealand. New Zealand is really nice, I heard, and there's a lot of land there. Within the last, I think, 5 years, New Zealand was providing land for very cheap, extremely cheap, for people to move into their country, actually. So, and I was planning to do that years ago, but I never did it. But I don't know if they're still doing that now, that they're giving away, like, I don't know how much lots of land. I think it's for like nothing, because they just want people to move there to establish commerce and businesses, and develop, become like every other, like Australia. You can go to the islands, Fiji, the smaller islands. Damn, I did calm down, but I still feel all this energy flowing through. What else? Get your 5Gs together. Just as a plan B, get your 5Gs together. I said that a few days ago. That's what I was told. There will be an economic crash. It's going to be worldwide, most likely worldwide. The banks right now are hardcore working on cryptocurrency. JP Morgan, Bank of America, every single bank. There's articles out there. You can watch Bloomberg. You can go to the Financial Times. You can go any financial newspaper or channel is talking about how the banks are like rushing to develop blockchain, or to tie into blockchain and to do their own crypto. The crash is coming. I don't know if they're going to crash it, meaning like the grid, crash the grid and then start it over, or if they're going to slowly transition us into the digital currency. I don't know if they're going to slowly transition us into the digital currency, but I'm seeing and I'm hearing and people are communicating to me that there's a shift, there's movement, excuse me. There's movement in the markets, in the banking system, in the international banking systems. So they're restricting movement of money, cash money, and they're bringing in the crypto or the digital currency. But I don't know. But I think because of the situation that they're in, that everybody's waking up to the system, they're gonna have to do a blackout, worldwide shutdown of the grid, or maybe just a shutdown of the United States. If there's a shutdown of the grid in the United States, it's gonna affect every other country in the world. Believe it. We are the consumers of the Chinese products. We are the consumers of everything all around the world. They shut us down, everybody else will collapse. It's really simple. Americans, the West cannot buy other countries' products that they make for cheap. They're gonna shut down. I mean, they're gonna be in a better position because they don't live like we do, meaning they still do their own stuff. They still they still grow their own food. They still grow their own food. They're still sustainable. They still know how to sustain themselves, not like us. But if our grid goes down, then everybody else is going to suffer. Silver. If you can afford gold, gold. But again, the 5Gs are the most important. Ground, grub. Grub means food, seeds. There's heirloom seeds that you can buy, bullets. I have a few myself. I've been into this for a very long time. I've been preparing just in case. But food, it's grub. So ground, grub, gas, because you're gonna need gas to get around if you want, to get around if you're in the country or something like that. Guns, gold. So yeah, ground, grub, gas, guns, gold. Because you can use gold to, trade. Silver too. Copper too. If you want to get into copper, whatever. Do what you got to do. But this is, the plan B, plan C in case of the worst scenario out of this fucking event that's happening right now, when Netanyahu talking all this bullshit about Iran. And I don't give a fuck, like, if Iran had nuclear, whatever. Okay? What I care about is why the West gave them that shit. Why the West gave them 1.7 billion. Why did the United States give Iran, the Ayatollah, those motherfuckers? Why did we give them $1.7 billion? And 490 of it was cash money. I'm not buying anybody on top's bullshit. Okay? They're playing us like fucking fools. The chessboard, they're all in cahoots with each other. Every single country is in cahoots with each other. The only difference is that when they think they don't need you anymore and you think you're in league with them, yeah, they kill you like they did Saddam Hussein. They kill you like they did Gaddafi. They're like, okay, we don't need you anymore. Bye. And they thought that they were gonna be on top with the rest of the fucking pyramid motherfuckers. Don't buy anything you're hearing or seeing on TV. Okay? This was created, this was orchestrated, and this has been the plan of the Illuminati to engage in the final conflict, possibly, or to transition us to the new world order. Look at what the fucking Pope is saying. Okay? They're hitting us from all sides. Israel's talking about going to war, World War III, and then the Pope comes out fucking saying that we need to fucking look at convenient at the same time. The Pope is coming out, oh, we need to disarm. We need to get rid of all the weapons in the world. Give me a fucking break. And be careful that they come